Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Total Maintenance YouTube channel. And let's have some great fun today with the second generation Prius. This one is 05. My customers, Toyota customers, just bought that. I never saw this vehicle. And it has incredible, unbelievable 44,000 miles only. It was some governmental rig. There's like a sticker here. There are remnants of these governmental numbers. You see another logo, what it was, some city of something. I cannot read it. I saw the numbers around. Pretty standard, but you saw how clean it is inside. There are unfortunately few holes. Oh yeah, here are the missing numbers, the shades from the glue. It was there. The interior is beautiful, except the government was drilling holes in it, so it's damaged by it. There are holes over there. There was some extra stuff, but you see, antennas, that was removed. So, very interesting. So far I like it. It drove beautifully. But the owner said, yeah, it works for us good. We want to have a detailed inspection, but I didn't start once. So I said immediately, you know what? I will absolutely make sure that I check your aux battery. The auxiliary battery. How you do that? Well, you remove these things, right? And you will get to the aux battery. And you will love this. You will learn so much because there are options. You will not only learn options, you will see that the battery is sitting in its own swimming pool. You probably saw it on this channel. I shared it in some video previously. It's so famous for these gens of Priuses. Second gen. You will have story like this. You might have a friend. Now I will make you expert who still don't know about it. And you will give them the perfect advice. So your friends will say, hey, we have this Prius, number 2 Prius. Right, that second gen, we just bought it, or we have it for a while, and it's always moist from inside. There's that moisture on the glass, on the windows. We put dehumidifier in it. It didn't do anything, it just stays there. You will say, I have solution for you. I know why you have that water. It's related area of aux battery. The aux battery is located here. We will use the light. It will help me to show what I want to show you. And the camera will fit here. You see that? There is a swimming pool there. Do you see the water splashing around? I hope you do. Is the light actually in the way? Shall I switch it this way? So when I move the vehicle, you see it, right? So that's one of the things about this battery location. How many times we saw it at the dealer, and I keep seeing it right now, even in my miniature humble shop. How many times we see that the battery, there is a plug, there is a vent plug for the moisture or possible rain coming there, entering. There's also a vent for the vehicle right there. So the moisture gets there and it gets trapped because that vent is not working. So I already put the tester on that battery, and as you can imagine, it's not charged whatsoever. The health is questionable, but most importantly, with everything off, right? I made sure the lights inside, despite the fact I have this open, I made sure I'm not running any of these, right? Look, you will think this is strong, right? It tells you, the battery is good. Well, it's not, because if you really put a voltmeter on it, It had 1192, that's a catastrophe, right? That battery is supposed to hold 12.6, 12.7. That's good case when it's fresh and it's new and it's ready and it's not being drained by anything at the time. It's not parasitic draw, strong one, and that's why I'm making sure the bulbs are all off, right? Now, what we will learn about 2005. Well, you are familiar with these, and I'm familiar with these. This is small battery, sure, but the one which is inside of this Prius, it's even smaller. Let me show you one more time. This one is 9 inches. I cut myself working on it, shoots. This one is 9 inches in width, and it's pretty narrow, right? That's why the Prius batteries are kind of, it was a weak part of the second gen. And look, this is 20 hour, 45 amp hours, but cold cranking amps are 325. That's what should be there. But this one, you cannot grab any Prius battery in this year. This one actually is not 9 inches in its width, but it's only 7. It's 2 inches shorter. Not only that, look at the rating. And this rating is not correct. I don't know who bought that battery and put it in here, but it's not supposed to have 272 amps of cold crank amps, CCA. Supposed to be also 325 like on this battery. So guess what's the result? If the owners told me, oh, there was already once problem starting it, and I am finding the battery size-wise correct, because look, the mount on the bottom will not allow. I would love to put the bigger one, but the mount doesn't allow for this one. It will not fit there. If you see that black holding bracket, I think it's sticking out right now. You can see it there, right? So that eliminates possibility to use the bigger one. And that's, my friend, related to the key. If you will be looking for options, I called the dealer. I'm like, I don't remember working at the dealer years ago. I clearly know this kind. I never really measured it because, this is the Prius battery, right? Which is wide 9 inches. I don't remember seeing the 7. No, teeny tiny. As the guy said, the dealer guy said, oh, it's like a motorcycle battery, right? I'm like, yeah, but do you mind measuring it for me? Because this one is way shorter. So it's related to this. If you will be specifying battery for your Prius 2005, I don't think later these options were there. I think smart or non-smart in 07 Prius, it's always the 9 inch. I might be wrong. So, how do you know if you have a smart key on second generation? You see the Toyota logo on the back? This is a non-smart key. You can either just look at it, and if it's black, if the logo is black, and it doesn't have an extra chrome print, it's a non-smart. This is the basic non-smart. Also, how do you know it without looking at it? Maybe you are blind and you can feel with your fingers the chrome or not. Well, in this case, if you put the key anywhere in the vehicle, it will not start, it will not recognize the key. It has to go all the way in that hole which is made for this key. If it was the smart, this print will be made of silver or chrome, the logo only. The plastic will still be back, but the logo will be completely chrome. You know that's a smart key. And there will be 9-inch in the length battery with 325 amps. I guarantee you that. I checked that, I talked to the dealer, and this is what I want to pass on you if you own this Prius. We are learning, everybody's learning, you are learning. Check your swimming pool or hot tub, whatever you want to call it, that the battery is nicely swimming and you have all that wonderful moisture and possibly the mold building inside of your vehicle. So that needs to be fixed. And also test your battery. You don't want to be stranded. It costs so many toes. It costs so many toes. The batteries are small. Somebody will leave the light on for an hour. Then they come back from the store. It will not start. It's towed to the shop. Or the battery was old for years. It will not start. You might have even the red triangle of death all above. How much money was wasted on your end, on the user end, just being brought to the dealership where we quickly had to diagnose it and just realize that it needs a new aux battery, and then the vehicle is good to go. So let's continue the video. The owners obviously want to have it repaired. I just want to entertain you. This is like a time capsule. Just got a phone with the owner and she said they bought it from some city auction. It was owned in city in Southern California. Guys, there's no leaks. 44,000 miles. There's no leaks on the back of the engine. There's no leaks from anything. I took a sample of hybrid transaxle. That's the only thing which the city people overlooked. It's absolutely nasty and dark despite the 44,000 miles. So it will be replaced, right? Everything looks pristine. Basically, I said to her, I want one. I want this. Normally, I will not buy this second gen. It's getting old, but I want it. With this 44,000 miles, this is funny. Now look what the city did as a protection for the catalytic converter theft. That is not enough. It needs shield. The cat shields for this gen are out right now. I have to call them. I need to find out what's up with them because this is the number one on the list. You know it, right? This setup right here, it's number one on the wish list of cat thieves. They want it. They want it bad. So, the camera rolling. The actor is ready. Action! Oh yeah, that's the one. It will go. Look at it. Do you see it? This is what the battery was sitting in. Look at that. Look at that. It's getting heavy. Excuse me. Look how much water is in that car. Unbelievable. Now I can remove the battery. So you start with this. Always remove negative first. So you put a 10 millimeter there, disconnect. Then you disconnect the plus with another 10 millimeter right here. Probably agreeing, it almost looks like a motorcycle battery, right? You can see how wet it is still, right? This was all the moisture. Last but not least, I would like to show you, this is the mounting bracket. So if you want to use the bigger battery, you will have to replace that bracket. See that opening, the last hole on the left, that's where the grommet, rubber grommet was, and that's why it was full of water and it will not drain. You can see how much water is in it. I'm sure I showed you a lot already and the video is becoming long. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumb up, please, yeah? Hopefully you enjoyed it. It should be entertaining, right? So, you learn a lot, became a pro. When your neighbor has Prius like this, they say it's full of water, ha! You'll tell them, I know exactly where it is. So you are becoming bigger and bigger experts. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this channel. And stay tuned. I have way more for you. I still have to this evening do that sauerkraut recipe. Somebody said Töterkraut. Somebody said in comments said should be called Töterkraut. Good idea. I think we will do. See you later, my friend.